Well, this is the top story. The elusive terror commander Abu Dujana has been finally neutralized and it's a big success for security forces in a joint operation which started at 4:30 a.m. today morning in Pulwama. Dujana carried a bounty of 10 lakh rupees, was the most wanted terrorist in the valley. The Pakistani origin terror commander was operational in Kashmir since past 5 years, managed to give a slip to the security forces many a times, including May this year. But finally, he was cornered when he came to visit his wife in this village, according to reports, and in a joint operation neutralized.
Today, as the co-commander has already said, we received information in the wee hours of the morning about their presence, and one thing which we did today, we tried hard to make them surrender. Announcements were made from mosques, and we tried to utilize the services of the house owner and the persons who came out of the house to impress upon them to surrender. But because of Dujana's presence, the other fellow could also not surrender. And ultimately, you know what, when it is like that, it's like that. They started firing, and the quantum of fire from their side was very heavy today. It was retaliated, and both were neutralized. After the operation was over, properly the bodies were identified, and one was Abu Dujana and the other one was Arif.
It's a good achievement, and I compliment the officers and jawans of security forces and J&K police who conducted the operation.
Thank you.
He has been operating here for quite some time, familiar with people, the area, and was responsible for recruiting many boys, young boys, into terrorism and bringing them on the path of radicalizing them and on the path of destruction. So he is a very important catch.
Abu Dujana was the elite Kashmir commander, and he was among the longest operating terrorists, having infiltrated in 2010. So it is indeed a big success, and it was a joint operation of the army, the CRPF and the JK police, and it was intelligence based. There were some law and order problems, some mobs had collected, and there was some stone pelting.
As you yourself were saying, for 7 years he's managed to give security forces a slip. What made Dujana really special, and why towards the end was he removed as a divisional commander of South Kashmir?
You see, as you are aware, the operations are an ongoing, and the anti-militancy effort is an ongoing effort. And he was like, that is why it is such a great success that he had managed to evade the security net for so long. And he was also responsible for many of the attacks on the security forces, including one attack on the CRPF in June 2016 at Pulwama, where 8 of our boys had been martyred. So he was among the longest surviving terrorists, and that is why today's success is really a great achievement.
देखिए, कश्मीर में जो भी अलगाववादी आतंकवादियों के खिलाफ जो अभियान चल रहा है, उसमें कई आतंकी और अलगाववादियों को बारे में कार्रवाई करते समय एक उनके सरगना हैं, उनके नेता हैं, ये सभी के बारे में पुलिस कार्रवाई में हम इनकाउंटर भी कर रहे हैं, अरेस्ट भी कर रहे हैं। उसमें सफलताएं मिल रही हैं। उसमें से एक सफलता का हिस्सा मैं मानता हूं। अभी कौन मारा गया है इसके बारे में मैं नहीं बताऊंगा, लेकिन ये कार्रवाई चलती रहेगी और आतंकवाद समाप्त करने का अभियान तेज होगा और तेज होगा। अलगाववादियों को भी क्षमा नहीं की जा रही है, नहीं की जाएगी।
अबू दुजाना के मारे जाने से कितना फर्क पड़ेगा घाटी में, क्योंकि लश्कर का बड़ा कमांडर?
हर व्यक्ति जो आतंकी है उनके मारने के बाद में असर तो होता ही है, और इसी दिशा में सरकार काम करती आएगी। हमारा गृह मंत्रालय, रक्षा मंत्रालय और वहाँ की पुलिस विभाग, राज्य सरकार ही काम करेगी।
अच्छी कामयाबी है, ऐसी चीज़ें होंगी तो अमन आएगा। हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि ये चीज़ें जो हैं ख़त्म हो और हम लोग आज़ादी का सांस ले सकें।
Killing of Abu Dujana is a major success for the security forces. He was operational in Kashmir Valley for last close to 6 years and has been one of the key persons in organizing recruitments for these militant outfits. Abu Dujana was also reportedly very close to a lot of locals in South Kashmir, and that is perhaps the reason why he got so many chances of giving the security forces a slip. However, in this encounter, he did not get lucky and was killed along with his associate in Pulwama. With cameraman Roof Shujaul Haq in Srinagar for India Today.
We're getting more inside details of now how Abu Dujana was in constant touch with his Pakistani handlers. My colleague Kamaljeet also joining us, Ashwani, right now. Kamaljeet, first coming to you. What more details do we have about, particularly about his conversation in March last year when he had asked for weapons? How was it rooted to Dujana in Kashmir?
Well, Dujana was a very important player. The fact that he had survived the longest for 7 years itself shows that he had a stealth mode, he had a modus operandi, something which he had avoided to remain under the radar and obviously survive. He had led many of the operations. He was actively looking at getting arms and ammunition, talking to his handlers. Now there is another story itself to this. The fact is that that he was obviously in touch with his girlfriend and his wife. Shazia is the girlfriend and Rukia is the wife who's been expecting now. And that's where the South Kashmir police really kept their eyes on. And the moment he went back to his own to his wife's place in Hakirpura, that's where he came under heavy fire. And remember, in the first 4 hours itself, the security forces thought that Dujana may have given them a slip yet again, but yes, his luck really ran out. He was obviously killed. But the fact remains that in his last few days itself as a commander, he obviously had lost that particular connection with his Pakistani masterminds from whom he was seeking weapons from. That is why Abu Ismail is the person who had replaced him as a South Division in the South Kashmir Lashkar-e-Taiba commander. So yes, the fact is that he had maintained his own ring itself, that he was in constant touch with Zakir Musa, are new elements which are coming into this picture now.
Okay.
Is there a distancing of terrorists with their masterminds and POK? The other bit is that there has been a constant support from Pakistani handlers earlier.
All right, be with me right now, Kamaljeet. Also, Ashwani is joining us. Ashwani, the fact is that Pakistan's nefarious designs are now coming to light with the proof of Abu Dujana's killing, with the proof of this conversation which took place between him and his Pak handlers coming to light, how weapons were also smuggled in the valley by Pakistan. What more do we know about this conversation?
Yeah, Divina, this Abu Dujana's killing is a major success to the security forces and the operational room of Jammu and Kashmir police, and he was one of the key figure of the Pakistani ISI operation Kashmir Valley. He is the person who was involved in number of killings and attacks in the security forces camps also. And that is the reason for the last 6 to 7 years he has a following in South Kashmir, and he has number of girlfriends in Kashmir Valley. That is the reason that he was skipping all operations of the security forces.
Yes, Ashwani, but the fact is also that he announced 1 lakh rupees to anybody who steals a rifle, and this is how they were brainwashing the youngsters in the valley also. And that's another modus operandi that's coming to light. Be with me, Ashwani and Kamaljeet. Some more news that is coming in. Let's share it with our viewers at how the news is tightening around Hurriyat Chief Saeed Ali Shah Gilani as well. Close aide Devinder Singh Bahal has now been taken in custody by NIA, who is interrogating him. Also, Jammu Bar Association has taken action against Bahal. They have expelled Devinder Singh, who was part of Hurriyat's legal cell, after he was raided and questioned by NIA. There is also suspicion he's been involved in anti-national activities. According to sources, he was also cited at funeral of many terrorists in the valley. Some reactions first.
तो जब ये हमें पता चला, हमने भी रिकॉर्ड वेरीफाई किया और फैसला कर लिया, क्योंकि जम्मू बार एक नेशनलिस्ट बार है, यहाँ हम किसी भी एंटी नेशनल एक्टिविटी में जो मुलव्वस हो या उसका वास्ता हो, उसको बर्दाश्त नहीं कर सकते। और ये हमने इमीडिएटली जब ये पता चला तो डिसाइड कर लिया कि इनको प्राइमरी मेंबरशिप से हमने एक्सपेल कर दिया है।
My colleague Ashwani is still with us. Ashwani, what more details do we have about Bahal's questioning?
Davina, this is a clear-cut indication that the Kashmir Bar Association and Jammu Bar Association, number of differences on the cases of the militant to be handled there. And second thing is Devinder Singh Bahl. He was a member of Jammu Bar Association, and he was one of the key figure of the conference here. He was a member of the legal cell of the conference also, and he was very close to some of the leaders in Kashmir Valley, where he was getting information. That is the reason that Jammu Bar Association President B.S. Sarati has expelled him from the membership.
Okay, so Ashwini, do we also see that Saeed Ali Shah Gilani could be further questioned now?
Yeah, Devina, the NIA, they are just closing the nose towards the Saeed Ali Shah Gilani and the other conference leaders.
So ring closing in on Hurriyat chief as well. 7 separatists earlier were taken into custody, including Gilani's son-in-law. Now his legal aid once again being questioned. Ring closing in on Saeed Ali Shah Gilani. Moving on to the other big story that's coming, how Pakistan government's yet another anti-terror sham is out. Now what they've done is they've extended Hafiz Saeed's house arrest for the second time. The first extension was given in May. The second extension has now been given. He's a designated global terrorist, but instead of jailing him, now you have Hafiz Saeed, whose house arrest has been extended. He's the one who's behind Mumbai carnage, and he was placed under house arrest on 31st of January for 90 days. Then we saw that there was an extension of 3 months. Now once again his house arrest has been extended by 2 more months. It's not that he's in a house arrest and he's not able to operate. His organization is operating with impunity, continues to address rallies as well, and he continues to meet his supporters. And it's another sham that Pakistan is trying to put up in the world's face.